Don't give up. Push through the droughts. Channel the inevitable disappointments back into your craft. Break molds. Think. Create. But most importantly, stay alive. And in the meantime, make it about others. That seems to work. Stay strong, live on, and power to the local dreamer. There was a song that I wrote. It's on a demo type thing that it's out there somewhere online. However, the kids are getting music these days. And it's called Kitchen Sink, and there's a line that says, "A kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me." Now this is deep. Ready? This is to sandwich my Dumb and Dumber answer that I had earlier. I feel like our generation of people, we struggle with some things. We struggle with a lot of suicide and depression. And not that I claim to be any sort of professional opinion on those topics. But what I found out is those two issues are really centered around the idea of purpose. What's the purpose? Like, what's the point? We have a lot of questions, big questions, right? And we don't have the answers to those questions. And that can really discourage us as young kids that are wanting answers to questions. So I found out, it's like, well, how can I create purpose for myself? Because I feel like if I had purpose, I'd be able to conquer these two things. And I found through art that you can create the beginning of purpose for you. Not all of purpose, because that's just such a huge thing. But the beginning of purpose can be found by creating something that only you understand. For example, in your darkest hour, when you're trying to figure out whether or not it's worth it to stay alive or just to give up, if you have something that you've created and you know that you're the only person on this earth that can explain that thing, then that can be the thing that you hold on to, and that can be the thing that can help you get through that moment of your darkest hour, I like to call it. So for me, something happened to me at a kitchen sink that was it was awesome, it was good, it was emotional, it was great. But the point is, I used that moment to help me get through my tough times, because the point is, I'm not going to tell you what happened at that kitchen sink. A kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, because I like to use that moment as, you know what, if I explain what exactly happened here, then everyone knows, and then it kind of loses its ability to help me justify staying around. So you don't know what a kitchen sink is to me, but it has to do with purpose, and it helps me.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys got
Thank you, crazy people, for liking weird songs.
Thank you.
You guys will never know how much you truly mean to each of us. I wish we could individually talk about what we're going through, what we've been through, what's coming up. I wish we could all have those moments together individually. But I want you to know, this music thing, it can really help. If you use music, you use these sounds, you use a show like this, whatever baggage, whatever thing you're going through right now, whatever you brought into this building today, I want you to know that you can use this show, you can use this music to leave it all here and leave a little lighter. That's what music does. It makes things make sense for moments at a time. And honestly, when I see you guys all out there and you sell out at a place like this, it means so much to us, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming to the show today.
Because things pass, things move on, people get older. But I want you to know that tonight, there is a point. I'm asking myself that question all the time. What's the point? What's the point of homework? What's the point of school? What's the point of jobs? What's the point of all these things? What's the point of life? What's the point of music? I don't know if you've ever put headphones in and pretended like you were the main character of your own movie before. But Music can do something to you. Have you ever seen someone talk on stage before? One time I was at a church and there was a guy talking on stage, and I didn't really know what he was saying, but what he was saying seemed to be so epic and amazing and probably true, right? But what I realized, when I look over and there's a lady playing the piano underneath his voice, and when you play music underneath someone talking, it's like the most amazing thing ever. But when it stops, it's really awkward when it stops. There's a point. Music can do something to you. It can make it more emotional. There's a point here tonight. I'm not just playing songs. I'm not just playing shows. We want to do something with you. We want to create a moment with you. And if you want to sing it out, if you want to close your eyes, you can do whatever you want. This is your show.
Stay alive, everybody. It's worth it.
You know, if we think about the reasons why we do things, you know, if I know I'm going to hurt someone or do something wrong, why would I ever do it again if I saw that it hurt someone? Why is it that we continue to do wrong things? Why do we continue to do things we know are wrong? You know, why is addiction even a thing? These are all things I ask myself, and I know there's something wrong with this world. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong, and we need to figure out how to fix it. Because if, you know, as a brother, if I want to be the best brother in the world, why is it that sometimes I'm the opposite? I'm the opposite of a good brother. But I want to be a good brother. Why does that happen? Why can't I make that connection? Why can't I do what I want to do? And why do I always do what I don't want to do? The next song is a song called Guns for Hands, and it's probably the hardest one for me to talk about lyrically, because it has to do with some pretty heavy issues. You know, it's a happy sounding song. I like writing happy sounding songs, but then hopefully trying to say something that's worth more than just a happy moment. And at this particular time in my life, I had encountered a lot of people who were going through tough times, whether it be suicidal thoughts or depression. You know, I always try to preface with saying I'm not a professional in this field where I don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say or what I should say or what's the most healthy thing to say. I can just speak from what I've experienced and what I've seen, what I've gone through. And this song is talking about how I think we need to acknowledge the fact that people struggle with these issues, and we need to tell them, I get it. Like, I know you can hurt yourself. I know that's an option. I'm not going to tell you it's not, because I think there's too many people who, you know, hear about their kid going through something and they say, no, don't think about that. Think of something else. It's like, no, hold on. Let's take this energy, this focus, this emotion that you feel that's obviously negative, and let's try to take it and move it somewhere else. Let's kind of aim it at something else. And so I look at art, I look at music and writing and lyrics and a concert, and I look at those as moments where people can take the things that they're struggling with and really kind of unleash them and pour them out onto this thing. That's helped me a lot. And I would never write about something that didn't prove to help me, because I would never want to talk about something I didn't feel like I knew I was capable of talking about. The last song on the album is a song called Truce. You know, there were a lot of people who wanted the album just to be 11 songs, because, you know, it really kind of encapsulated what I was trying to put out there in just 11 songs. But I knew there was one more song I wanted to put on there, and it was kind of for that person that really took the time to dig deeper into the songs, deeper into the album, all the way to the end. You know, really take everything as a whole and ingest that. I wanted to tell them something. I wanted to thank them for doing that, and then I really just wanted a moment of just the piano, which is the main instrument that I write at, that I kind of pour everything into, and then just the piano and me and my vocal and just what I'm trying to say. And in that moment there, I'm talking to the kids that I've already had conversations with, either at a show or even online. I've had conversations with these kids, and it's hard to talk to everybody. But this song really was inspired by them, and I wanted to tell them that it's worth it to just keep going. And it sounds really cliche and kind of, I don't know. I mean it. I mean, I really mean it when I sit here and tell you that.
I mean it when I say I wish that I was able to have a one-on-one conversation with each of you, figure out why you're here, how'd you get here, what this music means to you. But all I can say right now is thank you so much for letting us say what we want to say in our music and do what we want to do with it. And to hear you guys singing these songs means the world to us, so thank you so very much. Moving forward, as a creative person, one of the things I do, Josh and I always doubt it ourselves. We always wonder if it's good enough. We always wonder what we're going to create is going to match up, is going to be good enough for everyone else. And I want you to know that you guys have been the most amazing source of inspiration for us when it comes to writing songs, and we're so confident because of you. We need you.
And we love you.
We love you. Which, if you think about what love means, it means putting your needs before their needs before your own. And so
I would.
If you need anything, you let us know.
I'd let you ditch me in line. You could have the nice pillow if we were sharing a bed. You could have the only pillow. I'll sleep on the floor in my sleeping bag. That's love.
He will. I always get the nice pillow.
Oh yeah, because I love Tyler.
And we always sleep together.
We love you.
Bye.
Standing cowardly.